This week's Parsha, Vayeilech, begins on the last day of Moshe's life, the final day of his life. He knew he would pass away at the end of this day, and he was giving his last will and testament to the Jewish people. The Torah states, Vayeilech Moshe. Moshe was going. Where was he going? He was 120 years old that day. Where in the world was Moshe going? You know, throughout our lives, we always have different opportunities and challenges, which many times we actually meet those goals and expectations. For example, take your favorite high school team that's going through the football season and they win the championship. And they were all excited that they won the championship. And they're all excited. What did they do the next day? What did they do the next season? Do they just take a break? No, after you win the championship, we have to do is come back to practice very shortly after. Because when you start to put your pads down for good, that's the beginning of a decline. A person must always be in an upward motion. You always have to go from strength to strength. You always have to say, well, I've achieved this goal, and now it's time to go ahead and work on something else. The deck is built in the back. Now I'm going to go ahead and start a new project, if that's okay with your wife. However, the point is you are always supposed to go ahead and reach for a new milestone. And that's what's one of the amazing achievements of Moshe. Here was a man that took the Jews out of Egypt, split the sea, marched to the other side of the sea with all the Jews, brought the manna down from heaven, and was able to go ahead and bring the Jews to Mount Sinai where they received the divine revelation of the Torah. And he was a man that never stopped working on his next goal, his next project, even to the last day of his life. Vayeilech Moshe. He was still going in an upward motion. What else can I do? It wasn't like, let me hang up my skates up. Today's the last day of my life. Vayeilech Moshe, he was still going on the last day of his life. Folks, here we are at the beginning of the year, and we have an opportunity to set new milestones, new priorities for ourselves, new challenges. Let us remember, we should always go from strength to strength and never be content with where we are, but rather always keep on going further and further, just like Moshe did. Have a wonderful Shabbos.